So I was at Fat Matt's playing with my good dear friend Evan Frayer and doing our thing, and noticed these two young ladies. So we started flirting with them, and, you know, singing songs and flirting and stuff like that. And she said, would you like to come perform at my bar? We're thinking about having music. Ended up being Ellen Webb. Really had a great rapport with her. She invited us to come play on Friday and Saturdays, and which we did. And we ended up playing every Friday and Saturday. And then we brought in Stony Brooks. Because he was one of my mentors. And then we started alternating with him on Fridays and Saturdays. And then slowly brought more people in. The blues guys would just fall in love with that place. Just like, I'm home now, you know.
So my first experience with Northside Tavern, the door opened up. Sean Costello was right here on the front of that stage with the gold top on his tippy toes. You know, it's like this golden sound and light blasts out of the door, and all I see is like Sean going like this, and I was like, whoa, and then the door shuts. And I was like, what was that, dude?
And I have to say this, but this place here, if it wasn't for her, and also Mud Caddy, Northside Tavern wouldn't be what it is.
They had trust in each other. She responsible for a lot of people's careers. You know what I'm saying?
She is. Yes, she was.
Yeah,
yes.
So, I mean, her mark is there forever. For some strange reason, Mud was drawn to these people that had this history. He would find these people some kind of way, you know what I'm saying? And like Tig say that he had quit playing music altogether, and Mud convinced him to get back on the piano. And he got back on the piano and he took off like a rocket.
The best blues halls in Atlanta is Northside.
I had these mentors right here in this building who let me be terrible for a few years until I could figure out what my sound was. And our band, King Johnson, which grew to a 6-piece band. This was our home base, and I think the things that we enjoyed the very most was we'd go on tour for a couple weeks and pretty much eat crow and come home broken and broke and without any money and without very many fans, and we'd come here and just pack this place out for 2 nights for the weekend, and that's what we lived for.
I wish I could have you.
Chicago Joe says, there's this place called Northside Tavern. They have this open mic on Monday nights, and I just moved here from Alabama. I didn't know what an open mic was. We didn't really have that at the time where I lived. And I was like, okay, what time did they start? And he said 10 o'clock. I was like, 10 o'clock? I was like, okay, I'll go. I came here. Larry Griffith was the host at the time.
I've got the answer. The blues is calling my name.
And I played one song, and I've been playing here ever since. That was 22 years ago.
Blues going down in the valley now. Pouring down like rain. Let me tell you something. Woo!
Carlos was a typical South Florida, West Palm Beach, first generation Cuban American. And it was time to go to college. He decided to go to Georgia Tech, and with the intention of being a mechanical engineer.
He liked to play pool, and he had his long hair, and he was real shy.
The only thing music came up was when he played the jukebox.
The next thing I know, he's got a dang harmonica, and he's, you know, like tooting away.
He would be playing in between sets at the door.
He would show up to all my gigs, and he showed up, he was leaning on that wall right there one day.
He yanked me on stage in front of a capacity crowd. I almost left. I was so afraid when he told me, you're going to get up next set and do a couple songs. I was going to leave. I was just going to get in my car and drive away, but I was afraid that I'd let him down.
We called him The Breeze, and he named his band The Breeze Kings.
There was an opening on Thursday nights, and Ellen recognized something in Carlos and said, put together a band.
This is what he wanted to do, and he went that way, and she took him under her wing and brought him in here.
I do remember when he was talking about doing this full-time for a living and leaving his day job. I never even thought that that's even possible. I was like, we can just do that? We could just play music and earn a living? And
I say, shut up! Man, I don't know if I could create all these beautifully organic connections and growth that happened for me.
Put on your